Alright. Perfect. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go chill cast mode today because I have not casted Brood War, or I should say Amateur Brood War, in quite some time. And so it'll probably take me a couple of games to get used to obsing by myself and whatnot, and controlling all the random things. But anyway, yes, we are here to watch the Gambits Cup Week 6, I believe. We're going to have two matches. China versus Team SJ, which is just a renamed Team Noobs, as far as I'm aware. I don't actually know what SJ stands for, and I'm a little bit disappointed that it's not SSJ, but I guess we can't have it all. Anyway, second match will be LRM versus Reps, which I believe is currently being played. So hopefully they'll have a few games done by the time I finish this first series. Excellent! And... is there anything else? I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. This is my comeback cast, I guess. So, game number 1 on Neo Ground Zero. Here we go. Oh man, I'm so pumped. I hope casting is like riding a bicycle, you know? Like you never actually forget how to obs and cast and shit. I really hope I'm not terrible. If I'm terrible, please forgive me. Anyway, in the top right corner, as the purple Zerg, who is less important than having game music. Sorry, Napoleon. Yeah, I think we got the Zerg team though. That's not as good. That's actually quite loud as well. Oh my god, it's really loud. Let's turn it down a little bit. Alright, purple Zerg will be SJ Napoleon, and his opponent at the bottom right as the teal Protoss will be Heroes CN. One of the guys with a easy to pronounce name, so that's good. Hopefully he gets a lot of kills so I don't have to figure out how to pronounce all those random letter guys. Alright, so now I actually can't remember how my my little overlay thingy works, but let me try and figure it out. Alright. Got like a little script thingy that's supposed to make things easy, but in fact I can't remember how to use it. Alright, I think this is right. What clock is that? P5? I think it's P5. Does it work? Alright, that seems moderately acceptable. So we have an Overlord moving towards the middle here, so he's just doing the thing where he looks for the incoming probe. I think he actually went a little bit further than he needs to. I think you can just like go here and then change direction, but he like went all the way down here. I don't think the middle of the map is buildable either, so there's no point going all the way to the middle to check for proxies, because it's not even possible. And he's just gonna 12 patch here, send out one scouting drone. That's pretty standard. Ooh, this is actually quite nice. I get to obs myself. I'm not stuck with the VODs anymore. Anyway, meanwhile, Heroes is doing a 1-base build, as you can see. Building a second pylon in a kind of a funky position here. I don't know why he's just stuck it next to the minerals. Does that actually help the mining here? Now that I think about this... I have a feeling that probes sometimes do silly things in these positions. Alright, let me see. Is the drone up at the top doing something stupid? Are you doing something stupid? Okay, he's not actually doing anything stupid, so perhaps that doesn't actually do anything. I'm not really sure, but I guess we'll see. So, the drone guy comes in here, he's like, alright, so you're going 1-gate tech, so he knows what's going on. And he spotted him in good time, so Napoleon will have plenty of time to adjust his build accordingly. This pool's not even halfway done yet. So most likely he will not go for that far away third with his third hatchery. We'll just make a third either in his main or potentially walling himself off a little bit. And just play a 2-base opening against Mr. Heroes. I was poking around earlier with all the stats thingies that Brawl was doing, which are quite nice. Maybe I should actually have a look, since something's happening right now. Actually, I'm afraid I'm going to miss something important though. Alright, looks like Zeld's coming out. Drone's running away. Probe doing a cute little thing on the ramp, but doesn't really do anything. I'm a little bit curious about how Heroes play this. I mean, the thing is, right, so not only have I not been casting Amateur Brood War for quite a while, but I also never really casted very much of the Chinese players anyway. Oh wow, that's cool. Citadel first. Oh man, look at this guy, he thinks he's Jangby. Lo. You're not Jangbi, dude. You're not even Korean. Close enough. He's Asian. Anyway, that's... Alright, we'll talk about this in a second. Yeah, but even when I was casting Gambit's Cup previously, China didn't have a team. So the only time I really saw the Chinese players was in Nation Wars a while ago. And I didn't see very much of them, so I don't really know much about them. I haven't really been following Gambit's Cup up to this point either. So I'm just coming in this completely clueless. So basically, same as always, I guess. Anyway, yeah, so he built the sunken like on the outside of the SimCity. I don't really get it. More importantly, this is like completely messed up. Shouldn't you build like the hatchery here, and you can make like a den there, and then the sunken behind? Yeah, I think that's a wall. But that's not it. That's not right. Speaking of which, he hasn't actually built a den yet. Okay, there it is. I was gonna say, excuse me. He's been mining quite a bit of gas already. So den, just throwing that down in the main. Meanwhile, okay, it's actually not the good old Jangbi 2-gate DT thing that he did against Zero. This is actually 3-gate Zealots with speed. Interesting. And by interesting, I mean cheesy. Meanwhile, you have Lings like running everywhere here. I'm not actually sure what these guys are doing. Are they like checking for proxies? I guess in theory they are. I mean, look, he checked both mineral only, so they could have been looking for proxies. Not really sure if there would be a proxy though. It's not like StarCraft 2, you can't like proxy pylons and shit and warping units. Anyway, it looks like Napoleon is going to stay on hatchery tech, just get out some Hydras, getting Hydra speed already. Some players will just get the Hydra in defensively and go for a faster lair. Because if you can get Mutas out against the Protoss who's one basing, that's quite nice. They do not really have enough gas to get many tech units. But it looks like the attack is coming. So it's going to be a lot of non-upgraded speed lots. Non-upgraded as in they don't have +1, so even Lings will be okay against them. Looks like we have a second free colony on the way, but for the moment, this like anti-Sim City is really not helping at all. Although I guess the Hydras can at least hide behind the hatchery wall, but all the drones having to be pulled here from the natural, and these Zealots going to do quite a bit of damage. I don't think they're actually going to win the game though. I do not think it's quite enough, and some more Ling reinforcements coming out here. Yeah, they're going to take down the sunken colony. They're actually going to do quite a bit of damage. But there are now enough Hydras, I think, to take it. The drones should probably go back to mining now. Yep, looks like that's what they're going to do. So that did, like, basically nothing. I don't even know if he killed any drones. He might have killed, like, a drone. so now he's kind of boned, right? Because he's stuck making 3-gate speed lots. He's only got one guy on gas. I mean, he's got a little bit of gas banked. He can throw it on archives now if he wants. But I'm not really sure what the transition here is. Because Napoleon's, you know, he's got, well, he doesn't have that many drones, I guess, but it's still fine since the Protoss is on one base. At least you only got one guy on that gas. He does have a lot of gas banked, so I might want to put a couple more on there now. And I was just going to run over there with a bunch of Hydras. There's no way that Heroes can expand now. He doesn't even have a Forge. I think he's just going to keep making Zealots and go for a second all-in. But I highly doubt that's going to work. Especially with speed now, Napoleon can just like micro the Hydras against the speed lots. Some good old scoot and shoot. But look at this, Napoleon actually being very defensive. I quite like this. He's not really sure what his opponent's doing, so just in case it's a second all-in, which in fact it is, he doesn't want to get caught in the open and get surrounded or something like that. He knows he's in a pretty good spot defending that initial attack, so he's just going to chill. He's going to be like, oh, alright, Zealot's coming in, alright, let's go back. Back to the wall. Back to the wall, that's not really walling. That's okay. So I think Napoleon has this. Heroes is... He's got a probe here, but he's got only 100 minerals. 400 gas, that's not very helpful. Still got the one guy... I'm surprised he has 400 gas with only the one guy on. Well, I guess I shouldn't be, because he's only been making Zealots. But, yeah, might as well pull that guy off as well. I don't know. Anyway, Lair is on the way for Napoleon. And when that finishes, I mean, as I said before, if the Zerg gets up to Spire here, that's going to be quite painful for Heroes, especially since he's still only making Zealots. This is quite clever, actually. It looks like he's rallied a couple of his gateways to the middle there, so if Napoleon were to like poke out here and see this group of Zealots, he wouldn't have seen the extra group of Zealots that just came from the middle, so he'd be a little bit misled about the numbers here. And we do see a Forge going down at natural. I don't actually know if this is for a real expansion or whether it's just kind of to fake Napoleon into making drones, which he has in fact made here. He's made a bunch of drones, and then that's going to make these Zealots a little bit more effective, but that's a really good wall. There's a lot of Hydras behind it. The drones also just providing some buffering there. He's going to lose a few drones, but that's really not the important thing here. If he defends this attack without, well, I don't know, he's lost a lot of drones actually. He is going to defend the attack, but he's lost almost all of the drones here at the natural. The Zealots will get cleaned up here without killing too many of the Hydralisks. Looks like trying to do a bit of Hydra Micro there, but he did lose a lot of drones here, so I think now is the time to go counterattack. He needs to make sure this expansion doesn't go up. I mean, he definitely has enough units, but look at this. Hero's actually keeping, I don't know if this is intentional that he's hiding these two Zealots here, or if that's just still the rally point, but either way, this is quite nice, because when these Hydras go down, he can actually run the Zealots past, because he's killed the Sunken, so he can actually run the Speed Laws and run into the main and kill a bunch of drones, while Napoleon is distracted here. I actually think that might just be the rally point and not intentional. But the problem is that he cannot hold this counterattack, so he's just going to die. Yeah, he's just going to cancel the Nexus. But even if he cancels that, what is he going to do? He's making Templar Archives. It's not going to be nearly in time. He might get some emergency DDs out at the last second, but the Hydra will kill everything in his base. So this counterattack is going to do, probably going to do a bit of damage, but mutas are already on the way. Napoleon should just run the drones to his natural. He just needs to run the drones back and forth to his natural. Until the mutas come out. He's actually pulling back all of the Hydras. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that's needed at all. He's got a bunch of mutas coming out. It's only 5 Zealots. It's really not that big of a deal. Okay, I guess it is a big deal. He's gonna kill the Spire. Damn, Zealots are pretty good. I should make more of these. Man, pretty good units. Alright, so he gets a Spire. Only 3 mutas get out. It's enough though. I mean, you can make like an Archon. Well, I guess an Archon will be good enough to kill 3 mutas. He's gonna remake the Forge in his main. I just don't see what Hero's game plan is here. Is this Archon even gonna get out? Oh man, if the Templar gets sniped before they become an Archon, Heroes is gonna be crying. Because if he had the Archon now, he'd be okay. He's actually getting Storm. That's not gonna be that useful because he needs these to be an Archon. Oh man, this is bad. Heroes needs to just leave. GG out. GG yo. GG. 6 mutas, 1 Archon. It's not even gonna finish, is it? Oh, he gets 1 hit! He gets 1 hit. I mean, that's game. GG! Napoleon takes game number 1. Well, I gotta move my my eagle picture. By the way, if anyone's wondering why there's an eagle here, it's because that eagle has in fact sponsored this league. I'm not even kidding either. Apparently this league is sponsored by Minus Eagle and Prowler. So in the lack of a better overlay, I put an eagle. Yeah. See, it makes sense.